Shalom Israel, this is ISUBK. Start off with 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Hanna. Established in 1969, where we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians make up and are indeed the 12 tribes of Israel. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite group. In fact, if it's not under Commanding General Hanna, ISUBK, then you're simply not under the truth. So get in, get a flyer, come into class. This is Officer Qadash, and what we're teaching tonight is the Lashawan Qadash class. Lashawan Qadash, Lashawan meaning language, Qadash meaning holy. And of course, we'll go over a few excerpts from the Bible tonight, just as we had last week. We had a lot of the characters, and we're going to discuss. When you get in class, get in the chat, come in, join. You have questions and things like that, just get in the chat. I'm Officer Qadash, Part 50, and I'll be glad to help you as best I can. Okay, if I don't know, then we'll call to all the officers above me there. But the main thing, what we teach is that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you know, this is our book. We teach out of the Apocrypha, and we teach out of the Holy Scriptures, which is the Holy Bible, right here. Okay, that's what we teach out of. And and if you get it, 1811 King James Version of the Bible, I think I have one right here. Yeah, I have one right here. It's the Holy Bible. It just happens to be the 1611 edition. Lashawan Qadash is in there. I mean, you know, you have to read the Tanakh right here, and it will help you what's here. That's why we offer these classes here, so you can know what, when you see a word in Hebrew, you'll know unjust, just, holy, filthy, righteous, correction. You'll understand what those words mean. And it's just not just a word, it's just, you'll understand what the Most High gave us. 1611, King James, a black brother, who helped publish this Bible. He wrote it in a language that we can understand, of course, the language of our captivity, of course, and the Catholic Church hated him for that. But in 1611, you'll find the Apocrypha. The Apocrypha is inside here. I mean, if you look at it, of course, you have, you know, all of the regular books of the Bible, 66 books, and then you'll have inside, in the middle, if you go to the middle, you'll find let's see if I can find, yeah, here it is right here. Right before you get to, there it is right there. We'll go to, let's say, Baruch, I'm sorry. Let's get to Ecclesiasticus right there. Right before you get to, that's part of the Apocrypha. That was included inside. The Catholic Church saw fit to take it out of other Bibles, but that's who we are. We are the ISUBK, and we're letting you know that this is our book. You know, we'll let nobody take this away from us. This is our book. This is something that the Most High gave us. You know, he gave it to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians because he knew we needed in a time that we're going through right now in chattel slavery all over the world, where we teach in the islands, the Caribbean islands. Those are our people. You know, you got Benjamin, you got the Puerto Rican Isle. Those people are Parium. You got Benjamin, and then you have the different islands all over the place. You have all down to Asser, down in South America, in those areas, right off those coastal islands and everywhere. And of course, here in the United States, you got the tribe of Judah. You got the tribe of Yashikar or Issachar, the Mexicans. You know, it's right across the border there. You have the tribe of Gad, the Native Indians, or the natives. They're here. They're of the northern tribe. They were here before anybody. This is their land. I mean, you know, Most High, He loves us. So let's see who's in class. Lavelle, Tari, Adrian. All right, Adrian. And we have Lavelle Suri. I don't know if you're a sister, brother. I don't know if your name is brother, but anyway, just let me know, Lavelle, a little bit about you there in the chat, so I'll know where you're checking in from. It's always good to let me know, just like Adrian. You know, check in where you're from. Let me know a little bit about you. Like, well, yes, you did. Man, Adrian, yeah, you did. Adrian's, for instance, Adrian's checking in from Charleston. Lavelle, let me know where you're from. Okay? But we're going to talk about a little bit in class here. We're going to talk about, last week we got into our characters. Like we start off, I tried to start off a little bit. How many characters that we have in Hebrew? Adrian, you remember? Let me know. Is it 21 or 22? I know the answer. I'm just trying to invoke an answer out of you. What is it, 21 or 22 characters, Adrian and Lavelle, if you know, or anybody else in the chat, just let me know. And then how many vowel sounds do we have? Okay? Lock it. There you go. How many? Is it 1 or 2? You know, put it down in the chat, let me know. We'll see what you got. Philadelphia. Lavelle says, are you, you know, what's your gender? Put that down too. You're from Philadelphia, all right? Good. When I keep talking, just put it down. I mean, that's how we communicate, okay? Let's see. We have, who else in the chat? 22 characters, sir. That's right, Lavelle, 22. Okay, good. So y'all both know. Straight off the bat, open it up. That lets me know that you guys know something. Let me know a little bit about you, Lavelle. Let me know your nationality, what tribe you're from. Let me know what's going on. 22 characters, that's right. Not 21. 22. And we have paleo. I tried to go over these a little bit just as a toucher before we get into the lesson here. And then we have, what's the other one? See if you guys are awake. Paleo, that's the original Lashawan Qadash. That's what the one in the red here is the paleo. So what's the one in the blue? Anybody? Let me know. Let me know what you got in the chat there. She's from tribe of Judah. 2 vowel sounds. Grown man, Lavelle. All right. Grown man, Lavelle. I have to know that. So is Ak. I have to know that. Grown man. There you go. You from the tribe of Judah. So is Ak. So when we address you, we'll address that properly. That's all we're trying to do. That's all we're trying to do right there. So you keep checking in, Lavelle. You get your name, all right? Okay. Okay. From Philadelphia, from Philly. All right. Very good. And Adrian say, you say Yiddish. I guess, Lavelle, it is sort of Yiddish, but really, it's not Yiddish. It's actually Assyrian, okay? That's the language that we had in captivity. The Yiddish people use it. They have adopted it. If you understand that, Lavelle, write Khan, say Khan, K-A-N. That means yes, okay? Of course, no is la'ah. But if you understand what I just said, Lavelle, Yiddish is actually a Germanic understanding of the language of the Assyrian. When we were in captivity, they had us in captivity. They took our language from the Lashawan Qadash, here in red, you know, Qadash, or Lashawan, and they said they kept the same characters. I mean, they changed the characters, but they kept the same sounds. So if you understand that, say Khan, Lavelle, so I understand we're on the same page, okay? There you go. All right. So Yiddish is fine, but it's actually, Adrian, what she say? Adrian is actually Assyrian. Assyrian. Okay? That's what it really is. Yiddish are the people that live over there, and they're using that language. That show you that they never had any Jewish. Oh, so let's put it down here. Yiddish, since you own that right there, is Jewish. Those people, Georgia Russian, you know, They crawled from under the caves up there, and then Germanic languages and all those Polish languages and all those Slavic languages. But Jewish, they wish they were us. Jewish. So they're not even close to being us. Their language doesn't even sound like us. And we've gone over there in past classes, before we get into the class here a little bit more. They don't understand our language. So they have to use dots and symbols to make themselves sound words that fit what they've stolen out of their Syrian. They're too ashamed to do this in red here and go with Lashawan. They can't talk like that because they are not the people. As simple as that. Let's see who else we have in class here. I'll walk over here, Salakia. Sean, there we go. Got Trooper Sean going to take his test. Very good, bro. Very good, Op. Trooper Sean. Okay. Sean. Okay. Get in class. Stay in class. We want you to get your name. We have classes all over the place. I'm glad you can join me tonight in Lashawan Qadash class. We have classes in Philly, Lavelle. You get with one of the captains. You call that number up there, and our camp leader will give you that number. But if not, you're welcome to join class with us all the time, okay? That's what we're doing here. But there are 22 characters. There are 22 characters in Hebrew. 22 of them. Okay? Abagada, Hawa, Zaka, Tayakala, Manasa, Ipataza, Quara, Shata. It's just like you're saying A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Same thing, but all the same idea. But they're totally different. Now the Yiddish, since we're on that topic, they can't talk like us. So they'll go around, and since you're on that, since you said that, they'll go around putting stuff like this. That's a A. And they may do right here, like that. And they won't say ah, they will say eh. And they will say, like, if you say, well, you said something like arataza, you know, arataza, ara. See, what am I trying to spell here? Earth, they'll say eretz, like that, something like that. And this word right, this one right here may be like just 3 dots like that. Okay? And they may do like, they may have, let's see, down over here, we'll have like that. Ara, and then Tazah. I didn't mean to get into that, but you have an ending character and all that. But they would try to make it seem like they can't pronounce it, so it'll come out Eretz. You know, because they're not the people. You got to understand, to be a Jew or Yahawada, they don't even know what that means. Yahawada is the correct pronunciation. To be a Jew, you have to speak the language. It's like you say. See. It's like, to be a Jew, you have to a Jew, you have to be born into this. You have to be one of the 12 tribes, okay? I'm getting off the subject here. You have to be born one of the 12 tribes. You have to be of the Zarai. Or that means, I don't know if you guys know what it means, is seed in Hebrew, okay? Zarai. It means seed. You have to be born into this. You don't just come in here and come in as a religion and think you want to be part of it. We have Dina McCall in class. Rib Sean. Okay, Dina, glad to have you back in class, sis. You got to be born into this. You just don't come up and say, oh, I want to be a Jew. I want to be Jewish. You know, you don't just wake up one day, I want to be Jewish. Nah. You got to be of the Zarai. And that word in Hebrew is seed. You got to be of the seed. You know, you just don't. You know, of the tribe of Israel. You know, you just don't wake up one day and say, I want to be part of that. If you ain't part of the 12 tribes of Israel, so the Most High, you know, you ain't you ain't part of us. So let me find something on that real quick here. Sloppy, hold on a second. Of the seed of Israel, okay? Let's find out. All right. Let's see. Here's something here. Let's see what it is. Let's see if I can find something. Okay. Let's go to Isaiah 41:8. Let's go there. It says, Be thou, Israel, art my servant. Yasharallah. Israel is called, when you spell Israel, it's like Yasharallah. And then, of course, that's the name of it. When you're talking about, let's get rid of some of this stuff up here before we get into our lesson. I'm glad he said Yiddish. That's what sparked all this. But that's okay. That's how class goes sometimes, you know. The 12 tribes and the Zara. You got to be part of the seed, man. You can't just wake up and say you want to be. You know, you got to be of 12 tribes of Israel, or Yah-Sha-Ra-La. You got to be part of that. You got to be part of the seed. And that seed, let's read this here. Isaiah 41:8. We'll get you guys get your Bibles out. Make sure you follow along, because that's how you can help. But thou, Israel, art my servant. I'm sorry. Let's go back. Let's go. Let's go there. My servant Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. Okay, let's go on some more here. The Jacob he's chosen is Jacob to be the seed. Let's go on a little further here. Let's go to let's go to there's a whole lot of scriptures with that. Let's go to Judah, Israel. I will say the seed. We're trying to describe the Zarai to tell you who you are, and that's who are you? That's the whole point. Who are you? And we're going to get into that. We're going to find out who are you. You know, who are you? Who are you? Here's another text that will say 45 and 25. And I, in the Most High, shall all the seed of Israel be justified and shall glory. So all the seed of Israel shall be justified in all his glory. Not just anybody. You just wake up. You know, you just don't wake up out of there and just say I'm part of the Zerai. You know, you have to be part. I see who's in the chat here. You have to be part of it. You have to be born there. You take that up with the Most High, Dina, Lamore. Let's see, Lamore David, Dina McCall. Okay, all right, okay. Got Lamore David. Trying to get your name there, sis. All right. Yeah. You gotta be. Let's see what else we got here. Some people got other classes here checking in. Let's check in some more seed here. Let's find out how else we're gonna get this. How else we can describe this, that you have to be part of Israel, you know. Let's see what concerning. Okay, listen here. Romans 1:3. It's a good text. It says concerning his son, Jesus Christ. The name is really Yahweh Shai is his name. We'll say concerning his son, Jesus Christ, our Lord, or Yahweh, that's his real name, which was made of the seed of David, the Zerai of David, according to the flesh. That's good evidence. Man, that's good evidence to let you know that the Zerai, or the seed, of David, you can back that all the way to the lineage. You can go to Matthew, you can go to a lot of places. Here's one. It says, let's find out where Christ comes. Who mean give you a preamble of who are you. This is a preamble before we get into, because we're going to get into more things here involving who are you. We're going to get into some more things involving who. Christ. Okay. Let's turn to Romans 1 and 3. Romans 1 and 3. Let's get to that one. Romans 1 and 3. Concerning the Son, Jesus Christ, or Yahweh Shai in the real, we're saying that for people who don't understand it. Jesus Christ, our Lord. We're saying that because his real name is Yahweh, which was made of the seed of David according to the flesh. Okay? That's what we said right there. And then let's get into, let's turn to John 7, 4 and 2. John 7 and 42, I'm sorry. John 7 and 42. Let's see what John has to say about it. Like I said, when the brother started using the word Yiddish, we got to let them know that that's definitely not us. And you're not them. If you're part of the 12 tribes of Israel, you're not Yiddish. But that's what's over there now. So it's a good way of understanding that. Let's break it down in the scriptures. What the scripture has to say about it. Let's find out if anybody want to know who is Christ. Have not the scripture said that Christ cometh of the seed of Zariah of David? Back to Romans 1 and 3, seed of David. So that's precepts back and forth. So if you go John 7 and 42, and Roman, those are two good precepts on each other, because it's saying to you, have not the scripture said that Christ cometh out of the seed of David? John 7 47, Christ came out of the Zariah, which is seed or flesh of David. And then Romans 1 and 3, like I said, concerning his Son, Jesus Christ, our Lord, which was made of the seed of David, according to the flesh. Now, did it say according to religion? Nah. Did it say according to, I want to be the school? Did it say according to the Catholic Church? Did it say according to the reverend, the good reverend out there, that smokes the cigarettes and go after women and break all commandments? Did it say that? No. Did it say that? It says, according to the flesh, that's this. Was he born some immaculate conception? Nah. Who are you? And this is a good warm-up for it. We're getting into it. We're going to get in there. Are you unjust, just, holy, filthy, and all, and righteous? And what's the correction for it? Who are you? You got to know who you are. So, the Zariah, the seed, the flesh, Christ. So let's put that down. Who are you? Let's put that down over here in the corner. Some good text to have right there. Romans 1 and 3. Lock it. Romans 1 and 3. Then we'll put down John 7:47. Okay, that's Christ. And then, of course, I have David, talking about David right there. According to the flesh. That's what you need to understand. That Christ ain't come back here for nobody else. Let's get that. Let's find that. Let's since we're on that, we'll get off topic just a little bit. Since we're on that, let's find out. Let's find out, who did Christ die for? Did he die for what's Zariah? What seed did he die for? David and Christ. Christ came through the lineage of Christ, came through his seed, according to the flesh. Let's find out. Let's look this up here. Let's say, who did Christ die for? Let's find this text right here. And we're going to find out. We're going to break this down real quick here. We're going to get before we get a little further, so people, just in case people don't know, just in case people still out there wondering, I can be born into this. Man, this sounds good. No. You got to be of the seed of the 12 tribes of Israel, Yasharal, okay, according to the Zerai of the seed. All right, according to the flesh. So let's get into that. Let's find out. Let's look in here. Let's find some more text here. Let's find that out. Let me see here. Let's go to who did Christ die for? Let's go to Matthew. We got a few texts right here. Let's go to this one. One I like to use at camp a lot. Slocky. Let's go to this text right here, Matthew. Okay. Let's go to Matthew 1 and 21. Make sure we get it right here. Let's just give a couple of them. Let's mix it up here. We go to Acts 5 and 30. Okay, 31. And let's go to Romans 11:26. That'll be enough right there. I mean, we need more, we will. We get out, like, we're still explaining who is Christ. I mean, who we are. Sorry, who am I? In order to know who you are, you got to know where you come from. You got to know what Zerai, or what seed you come from, what 12 tribes, which one, you want to know most. I'm from the tribe of Judah. There are people from the tribe. We have an officer from the tribe of Gad. Officer Gabar, not Zagabar, from the tribe of Gad. See, and we have other officers. We have officers from the tribe of Benjamin, and so on and so forth. But let's get into this here. Y'all gonna cause me to bring out all my notes here in a second, if I have to. Let's see who else got in class. Let's keep it going. Okay, y'all keep it going. Y'all stay in class, so we're gonna get y'all involved here a little bit more. Well, let's go back to the Bible. That's our book. Let's go to Matthew. Let's find out what Matthew says. Matthew 1 and 21 about 12 tribes of Israel and the seed. Okay. Let's see what it says. Okay. And he, Matthew 1 and 21, and she shall bring forth a son, and shall call his name Jesus, or, to say in Hebrew, Yahawashah, okay? From the tribe of Israel, Yahawashah. For he shall save his people from their sins. His people, the Zerai, of the seed, his people, the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? That's right. Okay, let's go to Acts 5. Let's go to Acts 5 and 30. All right? Let's go to Acts 5 and 30. If you want to follow me there, just follow along. The God of our fathers raised up Jesus, or he raised up Yahawashah, whom ye slew and hanged on a tree. Now that's what the Christ that was in John 7:47, that Christ. Not some Yiddish Christ, not some white Christ. Matter of fact, let me get this phony and fake up here. Just lock it for a second, if I may. We use this for a doormat. Lock it for a second. We use this, if y'all can see this, we use this for a doormat. We use this for a doormat, and especially for camp. We walk all over it. This is not Christ. This is a fake Yiddish imposter. Cesare Borgia. That's what y'all think. That is not Christ. Matter of fact, it's so bad, what we're going to do to it? Throw it on the ground. That ain't Christ. Let's put him back over here as a doormat. That ain't the Christ. That's the one that the Yiddish people, they believe in that Christ. You know. That's the Christ that they believe in. We don't believe in that. We don't believe in such nonsense that thinks a white man, Cesare Borgia, is part of our seed. Christ was a black man from the tribe of Judah. Let's find out. Let's turn to let's go there. Let's go there. Let's find out. Let's find out. Since I held a white Christ up, y'all telling me to go there. Let's go to Revelation 1. All right, 1. And let's go to 1 and 13. Okay. Well, let's go back all the way to what this is. Revelation 1 and 1. Let's find. Let's give the evidence. John had a vision, and he said, the revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him, to show unto his servants things must shortly come to pass, and he sent and signified it by his angel unto the servant John. So John had a certain duty. So he wanted to describe this. He got all the way down in here. And it says, in Christ, John said this. In verse 10, he said, look, I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day and heard behind me a great voice and the trumpet saying, I am Alpha and Omega. Man, I'm the first and the last. Well, let's go to it. We want to talk about that white Christ there, so let's describe who Christ is. Now, I'm saying all this in order for you to know who you are and what seed in Zariah you come from, 12 tribes of Israel. Man, you got to know what seed you come from. You got to know who that is. It ain't Cesare Borgia, that white Christ that I just threw on the floor. It ain't him. So who is he? Who is he? All right. Well, we'll let you guys put in the audience. I want you guys in the audience right now. I want you guys to tell me if it's not this. Let me pick it up again. I want y'all to tell me. Tell the Zachi Park. Tell me. If this ain't Christ, that ain't him. That ain't him. That's Cesare Borgia, a fake. Okay? A fake. All right? Cesare Borgia, that is not Christ. If that ain't him, then who is the real Christ? Throw him on the ground there. Y'all look it up and tell me, who is he? Was he black? Was he green? Was he white? What color was he? Was he Esau? Was he a white man? Or what was he? Who is he? Is he German? Is he Yiddish? Write in the chat, who is Christ? Tell me. I'll give you a few seconds. All right? I want y'all to write that answer down. Who is he? In order for you to know who you are, you got to know what seed you come from. You claiming Christ. Shalom. Asha, brother Asha. Yeah, all right. Asha. All right. Always good to have you in class, bro. He's from Spartanburg, South Carolina. Lamort David and others. All right. Well, what seed? Let me put this down in red here. Let me make sure y'all can see this. Zariah. You make sure you write that in your books. Zariah means seed. That's what it means in Hebrew. Seed. And it will spell like this if you want to write it in Paleo. Z. And then you want to have Ra. Like this. Then you want to have I. Zariah. Those are Hebrew connectors in Hebrew. We'll talk about that here. I'll say it real quick. We're still trying to find out what color was Christ. Y'all put in the chat. Tell me. And then I'll prove to you out of the Bible. But you tell me. See if you know. See if you know who you are. Okay? Write it in the chat. Wake up. Come on, audience. Let me know. Shouldn't take you that long. All right? But that word is Sarai. And of course, in in the Assyrian, or you would call it, it's not Yiddish, but in the Assyrian, the characters that they adopt, this would be like this. Let's see. What am I trying to do here? Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. sorry. Write in the chat what color is Christ. Okay? All right. Blue one here. Go like that. Right. And that is how it looks in the Syrian, or what you call Yiddish. Only they will put some things down here that look like that and some craziness, I ain't gonna put that in there because I want to be right about it. They will put some in there because they wouldn't pronounce it right. Let's see who else is in the chat over here. Black man from the tribe of Judah. I shot. Get that brother a hand. Exactly right. Y'all in the chat, give him a hand. He's exactly right. He's a black brother from the tribe of Judah. And of course, we got different colors. We have, Ephraim, or is a cake unturned, and that's a whole other lesson. But let's read this. He's a black brother from the tribe of Judah. Okay, so let's read it. John said, Revelation 1:12. He said, I turned to see the voice that spake with me, and being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks. Now this is John in vision here saying this. He was in the spirit on the Lord's day, heard a great voice as it sounded like a trumpet, telling him. And he said this right here, Revelation 1:13. He said, look at it. In the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like the Son of Man. Who is the Son of Man? Who is the Son of Man? That's Christ. One like the Son of Man. Probably rubbed his eye, probably looked. He said, clothed with a garment down to his foot. Okay? A girt about his paps with a golden girdle. Now, this is what John is looking at. He's looking at this. And he's saying, wow. And John already a black man. You're already a man of color, So he's saying, okay, and he ain't this white Christ. Now I want y'all to let me know here. Who are you? To know who you are, you've got to know the people of the Bible. And one of the greatest figures in there is Christ. So you got to know all that. Okay? Revelation 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool. Like you see Qadash part right here with his gray hair. See all that gray hair up there? Only Christ had more. White like wool. For where we done worried him half to death, and he's sitting up there knowing that he's got to die for our filthy behinds. We're going to get into that word filthy here in a second here. What I'm saying to you, Christ had to go through gray hair stage, but that's what it is. His head and his hair, and John was describing that. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. Okay, all right? His eyes were the flame of fire. Now, does this Caesarea Borgia right here, fake Hebrew, fake Yiddish, fake whatever you want to call it, fake Jew, fake Yahweh. This is a Yiddish. This is a Yiddish look-alike because he is. He's of the tribe of Esau. That's who that is. That's Caesarea Borgia there. That's his daddy was Pope VI of Rome. Okay, all right. Had incest with his sister and homosexual gay lover of Leonardo da Vinci. That right there is not Christ. Look at it. Christ could have looked like me. Do we look alike? No, that ain't my daddy. So let's put him down again. Before I throw him on the floor, let's put him down again. Let's throw him down again. All right? All right, let's finish reading here. Revelation. His hair on his head. Sorry. Revelation 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, white as snow. His eyes were the flame of fire. And he's had that phony up there. I hold him up again, but he had green eyes. And let me hold him up again. Let me make sure you guys understand this. This is a depiction that Leonardo da Vinci, his gay lover, wrote of him. Leonardo da Vinci. Does that look right there? Does that look like the Christ of the Bible? Ashayala said he was a black man. We're going to find out. Is that like a black man to you? With green eyes and stringy blonde hair? That ain't the Bible so far. Let's throw him back down again. Before we finally get rid of him. He ain't of the Zerai. He ain't of the seed of Israel. He's not of this. Because that's what I read out of Tanakh. Zerai, seed. David. He ain't from the tribe of David. Romans 1 and 3 have said. He ain't from the tribe, of any of those tribes. Christ, John 7 and 47 proclaimed that he's from the seed of David, Zerai. So let's find out what Christ looked like again. Let's find out what Christ really looked like. And his feet were likened to fine brass. Fine brass. Anybody know what brass looked like? If you would take, let me see here. Let's see. If you would take, I got a cup over here. I got something right here. Let's take this right here. That's brass right there. Sort of a brass. It's a color. If I would take that, matter of fact, if you burn that, see the burn marks on there? That's what color it turned to. Black. It turned to a dark color. And that's what this says. That's further. John is trying to describe who this really is. Okay, who Christ really is. It says, as if, and his feet were likened to fine brass, as if they burn in a furnace. You burn anything in a furnace, it's going to turn what color? Black. Okay? Of color. All right? And then it said also, and his voice was the sound of many waters. Strong voice. I know he got a strong voice, stronger than mine. I know I got a big mouth. I mean, I can talk for days. I'm in here, I can talk loud as I need to talk. And I'm saying to you, Christ had a strong voice, strong black man from the tribe of Yahweh, Judah. See? And his seed came from David. And David was a man that was on his earth. That was of flesh. Romans 1 and 3, we talked about that, of the flesh. So Christ actually was a black man. Okay? His feet were fine brass. Revelation 1 and 15. As he burned to a furnace, his voice was the sound of many waters. Okay? So Christ was a black man. If Christ was a black man, and that's some seed we come from, then we're black. And we definitely can't be this color. So I drop him on the ground again. We throw him down. And get back over there. Get over there. Sit on the floor. That's your prison over there. In front of that door. That's where you need to be. So Christ was not any color other than from the 12 tribes of Israel. He was a black man, okay? That's what that's all about. That's what the scriptures. Let's turn to Romans 11:26. So we'll think we'll have one last scripture here, and then we'll get into a little bit more further up in the lesson. Okay. Let's turn to Romans. Y'all stay with me here. Romans 11 and 26. Let's find out what this has to say about it. Okay. Romans 11:26. And so all Israel shall be saved. These people, 12 tribes of Israel, shall be salvaged, as it is written. There shall come out of Zion the deliverer, who is Christ. Is going to come out of there, that black man from the tribe of Judah, Christ. See? So who are you? You come after the lineage of all these people. David, Christ, Abraham, and so on and so forth, okay? Jacob, that's where it all started from. So all of Israel shall be saved, as is written. There shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away the ungodliness from Jacob. Of course, the Most High is trying to let you know that you are from the 12 tribes of Israel, and you're black, and Christ is black, from the Zerai, or the seed of Israel. So we'll erase this off the board. Just want to let you know that Christ was not some white man that they all try to say that they have control over you by trying to say that he's white. You got to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, you can't possibly know where you're going. You got to know who that is. Okay? And in Revelation, let's get to Revelation. Revelation 22:11. Who are you? Who's this? Let's see what unjust means. Just, holy, filthy, righteous, correction. What all this means. Let's turn to it. We got a good preamble of what's going on right there. Of who are you? Because that's what we want to know. Are you unjust? Who are you? Let's find out. Who are you? Well, so far, that's a question, ain't it? All right? You know that you are not part of the white tribes. Esau, Harry all over. That ain't you. You are from the tribes of Israel. So, now let's get down to some spiritual matters here. Are you the just man? Let's turn to Revelation. Let's see what the Most High was talking about right here. Let's find out here. Let's get into that a little bit. 22:11. Because the Lord, if He loves you, he that is unjust. And of course, we know this is going to all lead to the commandments of the Most High. We're going to find out how that leads to it. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. He that is filthy, let him be filthy still. So the Most High is like He can ready to pronounce a judgment here. He that is righteous, man, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, that's Qadash, right here. Let him be Qadash still. And let him be holy still. Behold, I come quickly. Now, what does it mean for you to be unjust? Somebody in the audience right there, let me know. Tell me what it means. Y'all take your time. Tell me what it means. Let's see who else we got in here. Shalom, good. Like that. In the audience, I want y'all to participate. Wake up. Put down a cup of coffee. Put down the water. And tell me, it's a question. We talk about who are you? So, what does it mean to be unjust? I'll start off a little bit, but y'all right in there. I'll start off just a little bit. In order to be unjust, well, we got to find out what does it mean to be just. Let's see what word that is in Hebrew here. This might help us out a little bit. Where's my crayon? Yeah, there it is. All right. Unjust. This is the word right here. Let's get into this word right here. Unjust is right here. Awan. There we go. Of course, we have to. Let's put ending character right there. Since you got an N, we're going to write it in, and then we'll write both of them there. Just like that. Sort of like this. Okay? Sort of. Let's put it up a little higher there. Be out of the way there. Okay? Just like that. Of course, we'll write it in, let's write it also in the paleo. We'll write in the paleo, it'll be like this, one, like that. Of course, it doesn't need an ending character, so we'll just say like that. So it's one, or like this, W-A-N. That word means unjust, okay? Now, what does unjust mean? Let's wake y'all up in here. Somebody in the audience, tell me what unjust means. What does it mean for you to be unjust? Talk to me. We just told you who we are. Who are we? So, let's find out. You need to find out where your spirit lies. Are you unjust? Are you just? Are you holy? Are you filthy? Are you righteous? You know? What is it? So let's look this up. Let's look the word up. I'll go ahead and give you a little bit of it. Unjust means biased, inequitable, one-sided, partisan, unfair, and morally wrong. It's unfair, biased, morally wrong. What does it mean to be morally wrong? It means you ain't keeping the commandments of the Most High. That's what it means. So let's write that down. Let's write the commandments. Let's keep that down. Let's find, there's a text for that. Let's find it. Let's find that text. Let's find it. Let me find it for you real quick. You ain't keeping it. Because you so unjust, you morally wrong. You biased. You know, and or you are one-sided, partisan. You unfair. Man, the Bible, the Most High said he that is unjust. You can't be that when the Most High come back here. Let's see who's writing something in the chat over here. How was shy? Yeah, not right, not correct, not right. Yeah, okay, all right, unjust. And let's break that word down a little bit more. Shop. Not, you can say not correct, not right. That's because you're one-sided, you're partisan. You unfair. That's what it means. Morally wrong. So you're morally wrong, you know. The Bible says, why are we morally wrong? So we're going to find out here, because we ain't keeping his commandments. That's what that is. So that's the word unjust, awan. It means you're morally wrong. You're not right. You didn't come correct before the Most High. You know, you didn't. You're unjust. It's not just to come up and say, Lord, I'm going to give you some vegetables instead of the proper fruit. Let's see what that is. In Genesis here. Let's find out where that is. I believe that was Cain and Abel. Let's find out that is. Let's find out what happened there. Let's find out what made Cain unjust. Okay? Let's find out. Okay? Let's go Genesis 4:3, the process of time. What happened was, the Most High told him, let's read the story. Let's let the Bible do it. Let's do this right here. And Adam and Eve knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I got a man from the Lord. And she said, and she bare again brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of sheep. But Cain was a tiller of the ground. We're talking about Genesis 4 and 1, we're going to 2. Okay, let's find out what unjust means. Let's get back to it. Morally wrong, you know, biased, one-sided, you know, just didn't do what he's supposed to do. Okay? And in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Most High. And the Most High, you know, your first fruits didn't mean literally your fruit there necessarily. The Most High was looking for a meat offering in this case. And Abel, verse 4, and Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect He had respect unto Abel and his offering. Well, this man was unjust to bring something morally wrong there. The Most High said, what are you doing bringing this fruit here? I didn't ask you to bring that. He was unjust, man. Now Cain was just. Let's read what just means. Let's find out what just means. And just goes hand in hand with another word. I believe that word is righteous. Just and righteous mean the same thing, not about the same thing. They actually mean the same thing. When a man is just, that means he's righteous. That's what it means. So let's find out. Let me write that down in Hebrew here. We're talking about Revelation 22 and 11 and what the Most High was talking about with these words here. Okay? He does unjust, filth, and all this. So righteous, just. It comes from a word called, well, let's just write it out first. I like to keep things in proper color here. No, I'm wrong. We're doing that right there. Yeah, let's do this. Sorry, it's lucky. So, all right. That's tazah, tazadayak. Okay? So let's write that word down here. This goes like this. Tazah, that's a D right there. And then we'll write a ya, and then we'll write a kwa. That word is tazah to yak. Tazah to kwa. Yak, sorry. Okay? That's what that word means. All right, let's write it down also in Paleo. We'll write it here. Okay? Let's see. In Paleo, we'll write, we'll translate it right here. In Paleo, it's tazah. This stuff over here out the way. Okay, right there. See, we got it. Tazah. That's a tazah. Same as this right here. Okay, da. Let's write a da. Okay. All right. Then we write a ya. Let's see, I'm a ya. You have to make sure we'll do this. Some room in there. Okay. Then we write a Q. All right. That's your the red is the Paleo, and this right here is the Syrian in this case. Okay. So just and righteous are the same word. So let's go back to the story here. Okay? It just means this. That Abel also brought the firstling of the flock, the fat thereof, and the Lord had respect. We're in Genesis 4:4. He had respect to his offering. So righteous and just, Cain was not. Cain didn't do that. Let's write this word out and what it means here. Oh Lord, I can't spell the word about it. Let's write it out. It means the same thing. T-A-Z-A, da, and ya. Okay? Well, all you troops and officers, let's see who we have in the chat here. Okay. For all you troopers and officers, allotted to the men above me, but all of you troops and officers below me are at my rank. I can say to you that just and righteous is the same thing. So in this case, I've looked it up, and it's tazah the yah. Okay? So when you're saying, why didn't the Lord accept Cain's? Because he was unjust. Okay? He should have been just and righteous, but he was unjust. this word. He was Awan. He should have been just. That's what the Bible says. Look, the Most High said, look here. Behold, I come quickly, bring my reward with me. He's trying to say, if you are unjust, if you're filthy, then the Most High is going to deal with you. He's dealing with you right now on this earth. He's trying to bring a reward to you because he wants you to become just, holy, and righteous. That's why he says in Revelation 22:11, it says, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. He that is awan, that's what that word is translated. Let him be unjust still. If he wants to go around acting like Cain, and which later became Esau, because that's a whole other story, the spirit. If he wants to act like that, then the Most High said, all right, stay that way. And that's said Christ was a gangster. I mean, the Lord was a gangster. When he said something, all right, just like he spanked his children, and he spanks them. He said, look here, I'm gonna give y'all a spanking here. You want to be unjust? All right, we're gonna mess things up for you. This is supposed to be in your earth. We're gonna put all these people over you. Psalms 83. We talked about that all the time. We're gonna put all these people over you. If you want to stay unjust, instead of being just and righteous, instead of being tazadayak, or righteous, same word, instead of being just and righteous, what does, let's get to holy. What was Cain again? If he was holy, anybody in the audience know what holy, let's see, what does holy mean? Tell me what holy is. If you don't know, look it up. Tell me what holy is. If y'all don't know, look in there. What is holy? What does it mean to be holy? What does that word mean? And what does it mean? How do you say it in Hebrew? What does it mean to be holy? I'll give you guys a chance. Adrian, Dina, we got a lot of people. Ashan, Asha, Lamore David, Dina McCall. What does it mean to be holy? What does holy mean? What does holy mean? Tell me what it means. We got Lavelle, you still in class? Adrian, Shrupa, Sean, Dean McCall, Lamore David, Ashan, others. What does it mean to be holy? What does that mean? What does it mean to be holy? Of course, we got to put the connectors up here in a second here so you guys can understand it a little better. But what does it mean to be holy? And what is holy? Tell me, what word in Hebrew, what does that mean? Adrian put to be a separate people, to be set apart. That's exactly right, sis. Give her a hand. That's right, exactly right. Give her a hand. Exactly right. Adrian's learning already. She's already. Qadash is the word. We have it right up on the board. Qadash, you can't miss it. That's the whole point of us doing this. Qadash. The Most High wants to be holy. That's what he's trying to tell you. He say, well, if you want to be that way, stay that way. Like you told a child in the corner and say, look, time out. In my days, there wasn't no such thing as time out. In my days, you got grabbed by the back of your pants, and you got a belt or a paddle, and he made you. He made you holy. I'm just joking. In other words, you all of a sudden knew what holiness was. Set apart. In other words, I'm setting you apart from the wicked ways, brother. You and the Most High saying that too. And that's called correction. Correction. Let's get into that word. The Most High, who are you? Who really are you? You know who you are? You're going to see the Zerah of David, through the lineage of Christ, the lineage of David, you know. And the Most High is saying to you, be holy. Okay? Let's put some connectors on this one real quick here before I forget about it. So we're going to say Tazah. Tazah is by itself, independent connected. Da, Tazada, Yak. Let's do this. We know that this has to go together. Yak. We know Y-A-Q. Okay, get on something. Tazah, the Yak. So Tazah, the Yak. Okay, just like that. Tazah, the Yak. Okay? Alright? Just putting some connectors up there. I'll let you know, because Hebrew has connectors. And the Paleo you have to connect the words to make them make sense. Any characters in green right here, Assyrian, it's bastard language, but anyway, it's part of the Assyrian Hebrew. Anyway, so let's get into holy. Holy. Qadash. Before we get into correction, let's spell what holy. Let's see what it looks like on the board here. Okay, what am I trying to do here? Holy. Qadash. Oh yeah, okay. All right, that word looks like this. Qua, da, qua, qua da, and then you have sha. Like that. Qadash. Okay, that's what it looks like. Do I got room to write it over here? Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Why it's so much, not a whole lot of room up here, so I can get things jumbled up sometime, you know. So we have Q, Qua, Dash, then we have like that, okay? Qua, Dash, just like that. There's your connectors. Connectors. And what we're doing, if you don't know, what we're doing is that when you write connectors here, what you're writing is an understanding of how to connect the sounds in the Paleo Hebrew. Qua stands on its own, that Q, it's qua. Those are part of the 22 characters that we talked about earlier. We only have 2 vowels, so we say the Q and the A goes together. I mean, it's one of the vowels, qua. I'm sorry. And it comes after the Q. So it looks like more like this. It's like qua. Like that. That's how it looks in the English language, but it really looks like the sound it makes is qua in the English language. So we say qua, and then da, and then sh. You put them together, dash. So you go qua, dash. It means holy. Put it up here. It means, like Adrian said, be set yourself apart. We'll set apart people. We ain't somebody that will give some fruit out there when the Most High asks for. When the Most High asks for, give your first fruits, the lamb. Unblemished, unspotted lamb. You come over here giving him some of your probably good fruit, like a banana, a grape, an apple. Most High asks for that. When he says something, even if you don't know why, when he says something, he tells you to be holy and set apart, that's what it means. Let's see. What else we got? What else we got in the chat right here? Adrian, Lashawan. Are you saying? What are you saying? That holy is Lashawan? That's what you're saying, Adrian? Right in there. Look it up. Why do we say Lashawan? Lashawan is language. Qadash means holy. So I think you may have them kind of turned around. So look that up, Adrian. Check it out. Lashawan is language. Holy is Qadash. So you can look it up if you need to. Okay, I think that's what you're trying to say. Tell me, you said Salaki, I'm sorry, Lashawan means holy. Lashan, is that what you're saying? To be separate people. Lashawan. Yeah, no. I see what you're trying to say. No, I think if you're trying to say Lashawan, you may have them backwards there. That Lashawan simply means language, Adrian. Qadash means holy. Okay? Or the language of the holy. Or holy language. Either way you want to put them. You understand, sister? If you understand it, put it in the chat. Say con. Say con, sir, if you understand it. You understand it, Adrian? Well, I go on, I want to make sure. When you said Lashawan, I don't know what that is. Other than you're trying to say Lashawan. Let me know. Did she put, can't let me see. Concert, okay, good. Okay, thank you, Adrian, appreciate that. Now I know you know, but holy is Qadash. Okay, that's what it means. That's what it means. I thought that's what you meant, sis. It means holy. Okay, and that's what happened. In our language, the Most High wrote down Qadash, okay? And not Lashawan, of course. That just means language. But anyway, Revelation 22:11, when he says unjust, just, what he's trying to say, what he is saying, not trying to say, what he's trying to communicate to us is this. When Cain brought him those fruit, those whatever he had, could have been rotten apples. I kind of suspect they were good fruit, but that wasn't what the Most High said. That's an unjust action. Okay? Unjust. It's just the opposite of being just. All right, so let's talk about that. Let's see. Let's find out filthy. Let's see what that is. Let's see. He says, he that is. Okay, let's find out. Yeah. Expected. Okay. All right. Unjust. Let's find out what righteous mean anyway. Let's find out what it means. Because it's all unjust and righteous, they're the same word. Let's give you another view of it. Justifiable, being right, virtuous, very good, excellent. Okay? That's what that means, to be righteous, justifiable. Goes back to just. They have the same word. In other words, justified, that means approved of the Most High. Approved of what? Keep the commandments. When he tell you to do something, that's an order. The Most High told you to do something, that's an order. When we say con out on con, that means our officers above us, that's an order. It's a righteous order. So do that. It's a just order, if it is a just order. That's what it's saying. Just, righteous. That's the same thing. Okay? And then it says the precept, we said, let's see. Righteous, especially a little bit of the right. Okay. Let's go and find out. Let's do some other words. Righteous. Let's look at filthy for a second. Let's look and see what that is. Let's look it up. Let's look this word up first of all before I get into it here. Let's find out what it means. All right. Okay. Let's look up what does it mean to be filthy. We're trying to find out who are you. Which one of these are you? Because Revelation 20:22, the Most High said, he that is unjust. That's, talking to us. Most High, he wants to correct you. That's what he's doing. You say he's trying to do that right now, if you just let it. So let's look this up. Let's see. Let's look up what filthy means. Filthy. Disgustingly dirty. disgustingly dirty. That means you can't get no more filthy than that. And extreme, and it says that right, it's an adverb or it's an adjective. It says this: an extreme and often disgusting extent. Disgustingly dirty. That's what that's trying to say. Disgustingly now. So if you're disgustingly dirty, the Most High, give me some examples of being filthy. In Revelation 22:11, what does it mean? What is it trying to say? Who are you? Give me some examples of being filthy. Disgustingly dirty. Of course, you have, what? Let's say if you're a homosexual, that's filthy, man. Abomination. If you a molester, child molester, that's disgustingly dirty. That's filthy. You in adultery. You sleeping with somebody. You sleeping with the other nations. You sleeping with a white person. You sleeping with a Japanese person, a Chinese person, Moab, Ammon. That's Japanese. Or Esau. You sleeping with him. That's disgustingly filthy. That's what this is saying. Are you filthy? Who are you? If you're Israel, you ain't got no business being that. Now, when you talking about when a woman comes on a monthly cycle, we know that you're going to be disgustingly filthy right there. We ain't ready. That's something by nature. That's what you are. You have to set yourself apart and clean yourself. We understand that. We give you a pass on them. Now we understand that, but you are filthy. The Bible says it's filthy rag. We understand that. There was a text for that. But we're talking about the abominations that people do, like homosexuality, molestation, adultery. And a woman sleeping with 5 men, whether at the same time, different time. That's disgustingly filthy. Eating crab, lobster, shrimp. That's disgustingly filthy. These are things what they're saying in Revelation 22. The Most High is saying, he that is unjust, he that is filthy. I mean, that's what I'm breaking down the word to be. That's what it's saying. So let's break this word down. Let's break it down. Okay, good. Let's break it down a little bit further here. Disgustingly filthy. Let's see, what does that word look like in Hebrew? I think I got that word as to be this right here. We'll write it in Syrian right here, since some people like the Syrian. We have to write it in there because the Yiddish people like it. I just do it because I have to. But that's what that word looks like. Tazayah. Tazayah. Okay? And then we'll write disgustingly filthy here. We'll still write it, we'll write it over here. Tazah. Tazah. And then Yah. Tazah Yah. That's what that word is. I think it's spelled like this. To get rid of that, I don't. Tazah. Tazah Yah. I think it's like this. Something like that. Tazayah. Sort of, yeah. That's filthy. You see that word to the knock in the Bible, that's what it means. Tazayah. Let's see what we have in the chat right here. Ayana, we have Shar from Onetta. We have Ayana. Char's Rib. Y'all checking in. We'll write that down. We want to make sure you guys get your name. Ayana. With Officer Shar right there. Ayana. Have Shar. Okay. And that's what these words mean. Let's see. Yeah, make sure I got nothing. Yeah, okay, there. Good. Okay. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Now, and then, and of course, we get to righteous and just. Every place I looked at it in Hebrew, they're the same word, Tazadayah. And that's how you spell it. Of course, you have connectors in here in Hebrew. Over here you have no ending connectors, so we don't have to put any ending connectors on this serial. But in the right here in the paleo, it's just tazah yah, tazah, okay, and righteousness. But the Most High wants us to do what? He wants us to correct us from all of this. See, let's go. Let's look up some more words here. Let's see how much time we got left here. Let's look up about 3 words here that will help describe this a little bit better. Let's see, 8:20 yet. Okay. I wanted to get in this. Time flies so fast. When we talked about this, let's get into this word mercy. Let's get into this word right here. Mercy. All right. What is mercy? All right. Let's find out what that is. Let's find out what the Most High wants to give you mercy. Let's look up some text. Let's look up Psalms 41 and 41 and 4. Let's find out what this is. See, we got a little time here. Psalms 41 and 4. Let's look up, see what that means. Mercy. Because the Most High, if He's going to correct you, first of all, He's got to be as merciful. And that's what He's doing. And we'll write that word down here, see what it looks like in the Syrian and Paleo, of course. But what did I say? Psalms 41. and 4. Psalms 41 and 4. Let's see here. Old Testament, Psalms 41. Psalm got so many of them. 41. Okay, then right here, Psalm 41 4. I said, Lord, be merciful unto me. Heal my soul, for I have sinned against thee. Are we sinning against the Most High? When you're unjust, when you're filthy, you out here being a homosexual, you out here being a child molester, you out here being a swine eater, a pork eater, a crab, lobster, and all these filthy things that you put in your mouth, tazayah, when you're doing all that, the Most High said, you need some correction, and that's why we are where we are right now. The Most High said, all right, there's going to be a day, He's judging us right now, killing us, right now. And He's going to say, all right, it's going to be the end of this. I'm stopping. He's going to come back here, cutting off heads. Then He's going to come in, He's going to plead with them nations, say, leave my people alone, because my people coming back to me. And then He says, before that, He says, he that is unjust, he that is just, he that is unjust, he that is awan, unjust, he that is just, tazayah, he that is holy, Qadash, let him be holy still. He that is filthy, tazayah, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, which is the same thing as just, let him be righteous still. And say, but in between time, He's given us mercy. Because we dropping dead, and if you listen to this cast, you get some mercy here. Say, be merciful unto me. Well, let's see what that word is. Mercy. Let's see what it says. Let's see what the definition is. Let's see what merciful. To bring in someone. Mercy is like a relief. Let's look it up. Let's look that up. I got it written down. Let's look it up exactly what it's saying here. Let's look up what that is. Merciful. Let's look it up. It says showing or exercising mercy. It says of an event coming as mercy, bringing someone relief from something unpleasant. My God. If ever a true statement, you're talking about bringing somebody relief, we need relief. Relief from what? Let's look up a text to see if that to fit that for the understanding of that. Someone relief from something unpleasant. Bringing someone relief. We need relief. Okay? From something unpleasant. Bringing someone relief. Ooh, spell that wrong. It's right here. Bringing someone, there we go. R-E-L-I-E-F, there we go. Bring someone relief from unpleasant. You know, the Most High got to put up with all this. He's got to bring us relief from our unpleasant slavery, from our unpleasant filthiness, from our unpleasant injustice, for our unrighteousness. You know, he's correcting us. How is he correcting us? First thing he has to do is give us mercy. That's what he's doing, bringing us someone relief. Okay? All right? And then he's got to be, let's see, mercy. Let's see, did I write that one down? Yeah, it's Qadash. Let's write that down here. See if I got some room here. Qadash. Okay? We'll find out. Let's look that up and let's see if I got some. Let's look up Numbers 14 and 18. See if I got some room before I get into the rest of them. Most High is giving us some mercy here. Numbers 14 and 18. Let's look that up. Numbers 14 and 18. The Lord is long suffering. Oh man, we're going to get into that one. The Lord is long suffering and great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers, the children of third and fourth generation. The Lord is long suffering. Now, let's see. Long suffering, that ain't what I want. Got that wrong. That's the definition of long suffering. Okay. Long suffering. That's what the Most High is. Long suffering. Okay? All right? He is long suffering. And what does long suffering actually mean? What does it mean for the Most High to be long suffering? You know? Let's look that up. That comes from the word patience. When he's long suffering, patience. The word we just got through reading. The Most High is putting up with us so much, long suffering, because he's putting up with our unjust, our filthiness. He's correcting us. He's giving us mercy. It's long suffering, man. When y'all gonna get straight? When you gonna put down that pig? When you gonna put down that extra woman that's not your woman, that's somebody else's woman? When you gonna put down that extra 5 men that you got around the corner, women? When you gonna do that? When you gonna have just one man? When you gonna put down the filthiness that you're in, the abomination of sneaking around the corner getting you a pork sandwich, pork chop sandwich with the grease still on your lip? When you gonna put away all of the unjust actions, the awan? When you gonna put away all of the unholy things? When you gonna be holy? Qadash, who are you? Who can you be? Who are you? That's what the Most High is going to let you know. He that is unjust. So right now, what the Most High sees, I see unjust people. We already told you from the tribe of Israel, from the seed of Israel, Zariah. So you don't got no business being unjust or filthy, unholy, unrighteousness. You need to be righteous. You need correction. You need to be just. So the Most High can give you this mercy, this kasad, so it can be long-suffering, patience, okay? Long-suffering is a word called, see if we can get this on the board here. Might be on one of my last ones here. A rock. We got room here. Yeah, we might have room. I don't know. Yeah, we might. Rock. That's what that word is. A rock. I ain't got time to really write a whole lot of Hebrew because I don't have the board. I don't have the board space. But that's where it comes from. A rock. Long-suffering and patient. The Most High is being long-suffering with us. One is a synonymous word. He's being long-suffering with us. He's being patient. You know? He's giving us that. He's telling us. He's telling us, before the Most High does his last judgment. Let's get it out and read it again. Because he's coming back here to plead with these nations. And pleading doesn't mean, oh, please let my people go. Nah, the Most High, if you're going to be one of his people, and you are through his seed, blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians, then you're going to put away the filthiness, the zayah. You're going to put away the injustice. You're going to treat your brother right. Got a little brother that's thrown in here to this one also, You're going to do all this. You're going to be righteous. You're going to do right living. You're going to do right. You're going to treat your brother right. You're going to stand this correction like a child would stand correction. You're going to stand that. You're going to stand there and say, okay, Lord, I yield. Come into the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. He'll show you how to be righteous. He'll correct you. He'll show you how to get rid of filthiness. He'll show you how to be holy. That's how we learn. He'll show you how to be just. And he'll show you how to be clean, so you won't be unjust. Let's read that again. Let's read that. We'll springboard a lot of this. Let's see here. See, before we get out of here. So you'll know who you are. So you'll know who you are. So you'll know exactly who you are. You'll know how to come out of this. Come out of this daze that you're in. Let's turn to Revelation 22:11 again here. And let's see what the Most High said. He said this. Let's read it. Let's go back here. Let's see. John, it said, and he showed me a pure river of water of light, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of God of the Lamb. He's talking to the children of Israel. I mean, he's saying, John, look, give these words to my people. It says, and he's trying to let you know. He says, look here, verse 3, verse 2, in the midst of the street of it, on either side of the river, was there a tree of life which bare 12 manner of fruit, the yielding of her fruit every month, and the leaves of the trees were the healing of the nations. 12 tribes of Israel. It's going to heal us. And there shall be no more curse. What curse? That curse that we're under right now. That calls us to be unjust. That calls us to be filthy. That calls us to be unrighteous, where we need correction. That calls us to be unholy, and where we should have been holy. That's lucky. I want to clear my throat here. That's what this text is trying to say. Look here. He's trying to say, look here. And there shall be no more curse. Man, we don't have no more curse no more. But the throne of God and of the Lamb shall be in it. And his servants shall serve him. His servants. That's me. His servants. That's the South Carolina camp. His servants. That's all of the cities in the South Carolina, in the ISUPK, International School of Practical Knowledge, under Commander General Yohana, brought here since 1969. That spirit teaching us how to be holy. Brought us off the street. The Most High said this, and there shall be no more curse, but the throne of God of the Lamb shall be in it, and his servant shall serve him. And they shall see his face, and his name shall be on their foreheads. Let's go on down further what John saw. Behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings and prophecy of this book. And that's what we're teaching. Revelation 22. Let's go down to 11 here. And the Bible says this. And he says to John, and then saith he unto me, see thou do it not, for I am thy fellow servant, blah, blah, blah. For I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren the prophets, and of them which keep the sayings of this book. Worship God. Think what it is. Let's go back here. Back up to verse 8. And I, John, saw these things and heard them. When I heard and seen, I fell down and worshipped before the feet of an angel. And okay, which showed me these things. And of course, angel in the Bible, we'll clear all that up. The angel in the Bible is says malak. It's almost spelled like king, malak, but it's not. Malak. Okay? But John was instructed to do this. Then said unto me, see that thou do it not, for I am thy fellow servant. The angels are fellow servants of us, to aid us. So we won't have to be unjust. So you know who you are. You're the 12 tribes of Israel, man. That's who you are. Sis, y'all, we're all 12 tribes of Israel, okay? If you're black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, all of us are the 12 tribes of Israel, not the other nations. Certainly not that Cicero Borgia people that I just threw on that floor. And he said unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophets of this book, for the time is at hand. What time? For us to be out in these camps, teaching the Most High's people. And what else? Revelation 22:11, we start all this. It says, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. He which is filthy. We talked about that. Taza'ah. Women can't put on the right clothes, can't close your legs when you're supposed to, can't be honorable to your husband, can't be a Proverbs 31 woman. And man, can't come home and take care of your family. Take care of your one or two wives. You got to be over there in some other nation. You got to be over there in some other man's wife. Talking about you too. Okay? It says he which is filthy, or if you're homosexual, if you're gay, if you're lesbian, that's all filthy. You eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. The Bible is saying this right. He that is filthy, let him be filthy still. But he that is righteous, that means a just man. Tazadayah. Righteous, a just man. If you're just, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, Qadash. When we talk about that, Adrian, Qadash. That's what it means, sis. Qadash means holy. That word. And you had it right. You said set apart. Set apart. We're set apart people. We're supposed to be set apart. We ain't supposed to be sitting up there with these other nations. He that is holy. Okay? What else we got here? He that is holy, let him be holy still. It says, behold, I come quickly, bringing my rewards with me to give every man according to his work. Whatever man. People of ISUPK sitting out here on this corner, our works, the sisters, making sure we have food when we come home, make sure we got soup, biscuits, steak, lamb, whatever that brother eat, he could have died out there. So let's make sure you take care of him, sis. Okay, brother, you in there, you putting in your bricks out there. In both sides, it says, behold, I come quickly. My reward is with me. That's what Christ said. To give mercy to every man of ISUPK. Every man under command of Junior Yohana who's following the correct orders. Not some of these. What kind of groups we got out there? I don't even want to get into it. I ain't got time. Not some of these fake Israelite groups. We're not a part of any fake Israelite group. We're the International School of Practical Knowledge under command of Junior Yohana. Okay? We're the ones who's telling the truth about the Bible. Who else do you know who do this? Who else you know who can take a man off the street like me and teach him to do this? Under command is only the righteousness of the Bible. That's it. Okay? Under command of Junior Yohana. Okay? ISUPK. I'm Alpha and Omega, the beginning, the first, and the last. Okay, that's, what it say? He said, in other words, get yourself together. Get your act together. What he's trying, with the Most High, just like a second. Okay, what he's saying is that there is no reason for us to not keep his commandments. The Bible says this: if you love me, you'll keep my commandments. Let's find that text. If you love me, just in case some of y'all walk out of here and say, how do you love? How do you keep the commandments? Okay, talk about the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. If you love me, keep my commandments. Let's find that in the Bible right here. You simply want to know how to be just, how to be holy and not filthy, by keeping the commandments of the Most High. That's how. That's what he's actually telling you to do. Okay, so let's find out, where is it in this Bible here? Well, let's see. Let's find out. This Bible's so full of by this week. Okay, look at it. 1 John, whatsoever we receive of him because we keep his commandments. Okay, look at it. 1 John 3:22. There's so many texts that tell you. And whatsoever you ask, we receive of him because we keep his commandments and do the things that are pleasing in his sight. Okay? 1 John, is that right? 5:2? I think it is. By this we know that we love Slovakia. By this we know that we love the children of God, when we love God and keep his commandments. That's what he's trying to say. Keep his commandments. That's how you can be righteous. That's how you can be corrected. Okay, what else? Turn to Revelation 14:12. Let's get that one. That'll probably be our last text that we got right here. Let's find out. Ronald McDonald, okay. Checking in a little, okay, good. That's all right, bro. Let's keep staying in class, Ronald McDowell, checking class. Everybody's got things they got to do out of here. Things, everybody has. There we go. Ron. Brother, we know people have jobs, try to get on class, There's gonna come a time when you get your trooper status, you stay in there. Of course, we do have classes up in Chicago. You're welcome to check in the class here anytime you get ready. All right? Let's read this text again here. Here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and faith. The patience of the saints. That word patience, long suffering. Remember? Our rock. Christ is long suffering, man. Here's the patience of the saints. And he's asking you to be patient. Because he's definitely long suffering to have to go through all of this for his Sarai, for his seed. Revelation 14:12. Here's the patience of the saint. Here are they that keep the commandments of God, of Yahweh, and the faith, Basham, Yahweh Shai, of Jesus. Okay, these are the things that we need to be doing. These are the things that we need to do to get our life together. These are the things that we need to do is to keep the commandments of the Most High. They're not grievous. You can't be bringing him bad fruit. You got to be just before the Most High. Tazadak. You got to be holy. Sister Adrian said that. You got to be holy. The Bible says that. You cannot be filthy. You might as well get the Most High. I'm not going to accept you like this. People go around here and be thrust through with a sword, head cut off. Most High come back and head on, man. He's going to have his vestures full of blood. You see, we don't have time to get into a lot of things in class here, but I want to let you know that in Revelation 22, the Most High is talking about this. Unjust, just, holy, filthy, but he wants you to be righteous. That's who you really are. He wants you to be righteous. He wants you to be corrected. He's having mercy on you. He wants you to be patient. He's long suffering, a rock. He wants you to be those things so that you can be accepted. So that when he comes back here, you don't have to have no excuse, okay? That's what this class is. Who are you? So when we say this, the last thing we'll say here, who are you? You are the children of Israel. Who are you? You are the children of Israel. You are the nation of the 12 tribes of Israel. You know, we already did our illustrations. You're not part of those other nations. You know, we talk against those nations. If you come to ISUPK, for people who came in a little late, if you come to ISUPK and you want to be part of this, keep checking in the class. We have classes from Monday through Saturday. Keep checking in class. We have different events. Check in class. Come out to our camps. Check in class. We're working. When the Most High give us the order, come into the ISUPK so you can be accounted for. Sisters, come in here and get your name. Support the man you belong to. Support the man you belong to. Wear some clothes. Put some clothes on your behind so your man can respect you. No better home than a Proverbs 31 woman. You know, some of our brothers can attest to that. You know, no better. Brothers, you got no business nothing to say happens to a woman. I know you feel like it sometimes. You know, get counsel. Let's be just about it. Let's be holy. You know, if you've got a problem with women, homosexuality, whatever it is, come to the ISUPK. We'll get that out for you. That's a spirit. That's a demon. We'll get that off of you so you can be holy, Qadash, clean, righteous, so you can get the proper correction you need under Commander General Yohana under ISUPK. And that's all I have to say right now. Basically, we'll talk about this next week some more. We'll get into some more classes. Right now, I got some security announcements. We're glad that everyone joined us today in class. I'll mention the names real quick. We had Adrian, Trooper Sean, Lavelle Tariq, Dina McCall, Lamora David, Asha, Ayana, Shar, and Ron McDowell. And I'm sure we have many others in class. All I'm saying to you is that we expect you, Sloppy. We expect you week after week to get into class so you can get your Hebrew name. And we'll do the security announcement. We are the ISUPK, started off in 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. The rule for the brother and sister, the rule for the new brother and sister. When a brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, a teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. The tithe, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3, 8, and 10 means 10th in the Hebrew. We'll get into that one of these days here, shortly here, when we start talking about numbers. It means 10th. Ma'asherah. Ma'asherah. It means of the 10th. Asherah means 10, literally. Okay? 10% of every penny of the increase that the Most High gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for the priest. It's not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. The holy convocations that we had, we just had a glorious day, man. You should have joined us. The Feast of Dedication, Hanukkah, we had a wonderful day. And we'll talk about it right here. It was on the 25th day, the 9th month, for the space of 8 days. And this course is past Wednesday, December 9th. We just had it. 28 days, first Maccabees 4, 52 61. We just had that day. And of course, every year, these cycle of holy days, Qadash, holy, happens every so often. And we talk about it. Our next holy convocation day will be Purim. Purim, okay? The 14th day of the 15th day of the 12th month. Thursday, February 25th. And Friday, February 26th, 2021. Just next year coming up. Esther 9, 30, and 31. And we teach out of the King James Version of the Bible. It's ISBK, and that's all I have. I'm Officer Qadash Shapar, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, to all my brothers. Yahweh Shemar, Al Hashem, Ba'ashar. Yahweh Shemar, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, to all my sisters. For that we say, Shalom.